Chapter 2, Filing of Applications and Examination on Filing. Welcome to your Euro Patent Brief Journey with Baris. We're about to dive into the intricacies of filing a European patent application. We will follow the content of the EPO Examination Guidelines. This can be a complex topic, but don't worry, I'm here to guide you through every detail. Let's tackle this together, step by step. Section 1, Where and how applications may be filed. First things first, you need to know where and how to file a European patent application. The basics. A European patent application must be filed in writing. This is non-debatable. The law is very clear about this, so clear, in fact, that failing to adhere to this requirement can result in your application not being processed. There are three main methods for filing. 1. Electronic communication. This is the most common and efficient method. But it's not as simple as hitting send button. You need to use specific platforms and follow strict protocols. 2. Fax. Yes, fax is still in use. But it's fraught with risks, like illegibility or incomplete transmissions. 3. Physical delivery or postal services. A more traditional system, which might seem old-fashioned, but is still perfectly valid. Let's break each of these down further, so you can choose the method that's right for you. Take a deep breath, we'll go through this slowly. You don't need to memorize everything right away. Let's start with electronic filing. Section 1.1, Filing by Electronic Communication. Deep dive into electronic filing. Electronic filing is the preferred method because it's fast, secure, and aligns with modern practices. But there's no room for error. Here are your options. 1. EPO Online Filing, OLF. What it is? A software tool provided by the EPO. How it works? You must package your documents in a very specific way, using the software's guidelines. This isn't just a simple upload, you're creating a digital file that the EPO's system can read and process. Data carriers. If you're not filing directly online, you can use CDR or DVD-R disks. These must meet the ISO 9660 standard. Imagine how frustrating it would be to have your application rejected because of the wrong disk format, so double-check everything. 2. Online Filing 2.0. What's new? This is an updated system, with more user-friendly features, but it still requires precision and care. Why it's important? It's designed to handle more complex filings, and gives you a bit more flexibility in managing your submissions. 3. EPO Web Form Filing Service. Quick and simple. Ideal for less complex filings, but remember, simplicity doesn't mean you can be careless. Every detail still matters. 4. EPO Contingency Upload Service. When to use it? This is your backup. If the other systems are down or inaccessible, this service ensures you can still file on time. Think of it as your safety net, but only use it when absolutely necessary. Pause for a moment. Take in these details. Can you visualize the process of using OLF, or Online Filing 2.0? Imagine preparing your documents, and making sure everything is in order. It's meticulous work, but it's worth it. Section 1.1.2, Filing by Fax. Understanding the fax option. Filing by fax might sound outdated, but it's still a legal method. However, it comes with serious risks. Risks of faxing. The biggest issue is that faxes can be illegible or incomplete. The EPO treats any unreadable or missing parts as if they were never received. Imagine the heartbreak of thinking you filed on time, only to find out later that your application was never considered valid because the fax was blurry. Countries allowing fax filings. You can fax to the EPO's offices in Munich, The Hague, or Berlin. Additionally, some national authorities in contracting states, like Austria, Germany, and the UK, also accept faxed applications. Quality matters. If your documents are of inferior quality, the EPO will require a written confirmation. You'll have 2 months to provide this, or your application will be refused. Let's pause here. Filing by fax might feel like an easy option, but it's risky. Consider carefully if this method is right for you. Think about the quality of your documents. Are they clear and complete? Section 1.2, Filing by Hand or Postal Services. Traditional filing methods. This is the most straightforward method. Hand deliver your application or send it via post. It's old school, but it works, especially if you want the assurance of a physical submission. Locations. You can file at the EPO's offices in Munich, The Hague, or Berlin. Note that Vienna and Brussels are not valid filing locations. Automated mailboxes. Berlin and Munich's Schorhof building have automated mailboxes that accept documents 24/7. This can be a lifesaver if you're working against the clock. Timing. Be aware of public holidays in the contracting states where these offices are located. The offices might be open, but mail services may not operate on those days, which could delay your application. Let's take a moment here. Pause and breathe. Filing in person or by post might feel safer for some, but timing is critical. Think about when you'll file. Are there any holidays coming up? Is there an automated mailbox you could use? Let's recap. You've now explored the various methods for filing a European patent application. We've gone deep into each one, understanding not just the how, but also the risks and challenges involved. Electronic filing is efficient, but requires precision. Fax filing is risky due to potential quality issues. Hand or postal filing is straightforward, but timing sensitive. Take a moment to digest this. There's no rush. Patent law is complex, and it's okay to feel a bit overwhelmed. Remember, you're not alone in this. Many have walked this path before you, and with practice, these procedures will become second nature. Next up, in our next session, we'll explore specific rules and exceptions related to filing, like what happens if you need to file documents later, or how to handle specific procedural requirements. We'll also talk about debit orders for fees, a small detail, but one that can make a big difference. For now, pause, take a breath, and remind yourself that every step you take brings you closer to mastering this process. You're doing great, keep up the good work, and I'll be here to guide you through the next chapter. Thank you for learning with me, and I'll see you in the next session.